So the biggest question that we get asked by most installers considering coming on board with us is what sort of results can we see in the first couple of months and how quickly can we get things going? So in this video, we're going to run through exactly what does the first 30 days working with us look like, what is involved, what do we need from your side to get going, and kind of most importantly for you, how quickly can you start seeing those results in terms of leads and installs? So we'll start from the very beginning in terms of what happens when you make your inquiry. So the first thing that always happens before we onboard anyone is a discovery call. So this is essentially a chance for us to understand a little bit more about your business, kind of how many installs you're doing, how many you want to be doing, how you currently get your leads, all that sort of stuff. So we've got a bit of a background, and more importantly, we can make sure if we can actually help you or not, because what we do isn't a fit for everyone. If we do think we can help out, obviously then we'll run you through what we offer. So we take you through exactly from start to finish, how we get the leads, qualify them, all that sort of stuff. And also, probably most importantly for you, is we'll break down the exact ROI you can expect. So we'll go into a bit of detail on what are your margins, how many installs you want to get out of this, and we'll make sure the numbers actually stack up for you before you get onboarded with us. So once you've had your discovery call, say you're happy to get going, you want to come on board with us, next thing that we need is our onboarding form completed. So quite simply, it should take you 5 to 10 minutes. There's a bunch of basic questions about your company, what lead you're looking for, a bit of an introduction to us, and kind of just gets everything that we need to start setting everything up. Once you've done the form, you'll then move on to your onboarding call. So the purpose of this is a few things. So firstly is to complete any housekeeping tasks, so things like getting Facebook access, getting you set up on our CRM. Secondly, is to set the correct expectations. So we'll run through exactly what does the first 90 days look like working with us, what can you expect from us in terms of communication, who do you reach out to for support. And then finally as well, we'll make sure we're crystal clear on what you want to get out of the partnership. So what leads are you exactly looking for? What are your KPIs you're trying to get? All that sort of stuff we'll go through on the onboarding call. So on that call, there will be your account manager, so the person running your meta ads, and also our telesales manager, who will get a clear understanding of exactly what is a qualified lead to you and your team. So from discovery call through to the end of the onboarding call, you can get that done in a few days, so we turn that around pretty quick. And then after the onboarding call, we will go away and set everything up that we need to. So that is the meta campaigns, landing pages, CRM, get the telesales team briefed, all that sort of stuff. And then really within 7 days of your onboarding call, we can look to go live with the campaign. So I've put down here proven campaign launch. So what that means is whenever we onboard a new client, because obviously we've worked with so many installers in the industry now, we've got a very good idea of what ad account structure works, what creatives work, what landing page works, all that sort of stuff. So when we understand your requirements, we quite simply take what's already working for similar companies and just plug that straight into your business. So if you're interested in the more technical side of this, we've got a big creative tracker, or campaign tracker it's called. It tracks every single client we have, their performance over the last 2 weeks, the last 7 days, and the last 2 days. And it then breaks that down into exactly what creatives are running. So we understand across all of our clients what is and isn't working at the moment. So we take all of that learning from the hundreds of £1,000s in ad spend we manage each month, and we use that to set up your campaign. So you can see we've worked with a bunch of companies within the industry. They've been with us for some of them years. So we've got a really good understanding of what style of adverts and what style of campaigns really work for companies in the exact same position as you. So just so you can sort of see the power of being able to leverage other client learnings and other client results, you can see a recent client interview we did with a company called Green Plus Energy. So in their first couple of months with us, they had done, or had in the pipeline at least, over 20 installs. So that was either jobs that were fitted or had been surveyed and were ready to go to an install. So the way that we were able to deliver those results so quickly is because we already had worked with dozens of companies in the exact same position as them. We knew what was working for them, and we just plugged that straight into Green Plus Energy, and they've now got plans to scale the campaign with us. So once everything is live, obviously the leads start coming in, and that's when it's really important that we're turning around those leads as quickly as possible and turning inquiries into actual jobs and revenue. So main way we do this is through our telesales team. So it's something that is probably our biggest selling point for a lot of clients. Once you get that inquiry through your Facebook campaign, we have a UK-based team who will call up that lead, qualify it, make sure it's viable for you, and then just pass it over to you when it's ready for a survey or a quote. So we work 8 in the morning till 7 in the evening, and also do weekends as well. So we just make sure any inquiry coming through that is actually a good fit is called straight away and booked in straight away. So you can see here a bit of a screenshot that I took the other day. So this column that's highlighted green is our speed to lead times. So basically how quickly we're getting to leads. So you can see on the kind of snapshot that I took, pretty much every single lead is called inside 10 minutes, apart from a couple, which would have been when the team were on the phone with other leads. So when you do start getting those leads through your campaign, we are calling them and turning them around for you ASAP. So again, just to kind of show the power of this, we had a catch up with a client the other day. They're in their first few weeks of us. They've already had 2 leads go to install, 2 more booked for survey, 3 ready to be booked. And you can read the rest of the message there, but you can see within the first few weeks, they're getting leads going through to install, going through to survey. We're not just sat on them, waiting for them to go cold. And another example here is we had quite a big installer actually, who when they first came on board with us were calling their own leads. You can see their conversion rate was about 3.8% from lead to survey in the first couple of weeks. So obviously that's pretty poor and a lot lower than kind of what we would expect and what we would hope for. So what we said to them was, let us call the leads for a couple of weeks, let us call them straight away. And if they don't pick up twice a day from then on out, and you can see, I think this was about 2 weeks later, we'd gone from 2 bookings the previous week to 12 this week. And the cost per booking was £200 to £250 for a Eco4 lead on benefit. So the results turn around super quick just through the way that we were handling the leads. So that is really kind of what the first couple of weeks look like. It's getting you onboarded, getting everything set up and making sure we're turning leads into installs as quickly as possible. So as I've shown here, we have a lot of clients who start getting surveys and installs booked really within the first couple of weeks of coming on board with us. From then on, it's really about scaling. So if you've got the target of doing an extra 50 installs, 100 installs, we want to provide you the system to do that. So if you go and check out our YouTube channel, which obviously already on, if you're watching this video, you can see other client interviews we've got with companies that we've helped scale. We've got some installers here that you can see who are spending hundreds and hundreds of £1,000s every single year advertising on Meta, and they're generating over 100 jobs per month. So really kind of the volume that you're looking for in terms of installs, we can provide the system to get you there. And we kind of support you every step of the way. So what that means is you've got your dedicated account manager and our telesales manager. So any feedback you've got on lead quality, on the process, if you need to tailor the campaign to a specific area or a specific job type, we can really do that for you and make sure that you've always got the right type of leads coming into your business. So that is generally what the first 30 days looks like working with BLC. So to answer kind of the questions that I mentioned at the start, we can have you generating surveys and installs really within a couple of weeks of inquiring with us. And if you do want to inquire with us and kind of join the over 90, probably over 100 installers that have worked with us, there'll be a link in the description of this video. It will take you through to a page that looks a bit like this with some information and case studies. And then once you have had a look through that, you can go ahead and submit your inquiry and book your discovery call on a calendar that looks like this to start the process.